Ever wonder how much my 15-car Turo fleet makes? Well, this is going to be the video for you. So let's jump over to my screen where you could take a look. I will show you the actual Turo page with the revenue that we've received. We'll look at each car individually, and then we'll talk about how we've been able to improve this from our old numbers because of the systems that we built, the team that we decided to work with, and all that and more. Now, in case you were wondering, we are officially launching Fleet Freedom today, so keep that in mind. I just wanted to throw that out there because I am so proud of what we're building here. Fleet Freedom is a place where I'm going to track everything, but first let's dive in and take a look at Turo and what kind of income we're making. So, right here we are at March 31st, so technically I do have a few vehicles that could pump these numbers up a little bit more because there are a few vehicles that could get picked up today. But anyway, if we refresh the page, here we are. This is our year-to-date earnings, January, February, March, 33,312. Now, January was 10,206. February was 97,48. March so far is 13,3750 with a couple earnings that's getting paid out today. So 13, let me add that up so we get our total. 13, what was it? 357. 357 plus 604. 604. So our total earnings for the month is $13,961. Okay. Now, if we break that down per vehicle, we have the Acura RDX. That one did $1,106. We have the TSX, which did $1,232. We have the F-150 that did a measly $361, although also in its defense, we are in the middle of moving, so we did use the truck for 2 weeks this month. We have our Honda Accord, that was the one that had the engine swap. It was down for the whole month. We just got it back after a mechanic ghosted us. So now that that's back in our possession, we are waiting for Turo to approve it to be back on the platform. So that one was out completely. Our Honda Civic, the most disappointing one, surprisingly, but $660 for the month. Our Hyundai Sonata, $1,323. That was a hidden gem that month. I couldn't believe it brought that much in. The Kia Sedona, as we know, that is gone. Our Mazda CX-5, $1,474. No surprise there. That one's, the small SUVs are always solid for revenue. This Mazda 3 got totaled last year. Our Mazda 6, this one did $1,250 and $270. So this one did $1,520. Wow. Okay. And then we have our other Mazda 6, the blue one. That one did $880, also solid. Our 2013 Nissan Altima. This was our $2,500 auction buy car. $784. I'm happy with that. Our Nissan Pathfinder, usually a solid earner, came up with just under $1,000. Not bad. The Nissan Sentra, that was a co-hosted vehicle, no longer there. Our Toyota Camry. This was another one that was sitting at a mechanic's shop for like 2 months trying to get an answer out of them. We just finally got it back and reapproved for Turo. So this one also was down for the month. Our Corolla 2013. This one did a solid $1,252 for the month. Our other Corolla, that one did $1,081. And last but not least, our Toyota Yaris, $1,183 and $119, so $1,300 for the Yaris. So that's every single car in our fleet, the revenue that they did for this month. And all in all, I have to say I'm very happy with these numbers. I think the cars did very well overall. Now, one thing to keep in mind, as I always tell people, when you have a Turo fleet of pretty much any size, but probably not as much when you only have 1 or 2 cars, there's always going to be 1 or 2 cars that are down. There's just a layer of attrition that you have to budget in when it comes to this stuff. So always keep in mind that chances are, even though you have a 15-car Turo fleet, you're not always going to have 15 active cars. Like I said, we had our mobile mechanic ghost us. The other mechanic shop just had the car sitting there because they're so busy, and we went to them because the replacement should have been free. So 2 cars were down the entire month, and they were down most of last month too, which is just absolutely unacceptable. And that's why we made the shift, which is stuff that I talk about, that mindset shift that's part of Fleet Freedom, of going from being an operator to being a system builder. So these are things that you have to take into consideration. Now, of course, this doesn't include our expenses, but of course I have those written down for you. We're actually in the process of transitioning from the spreadsheet that you've seen before to a much more robust system. That template is going to be in Fleet Freedom. So our expenses for the month, we had $87 for a Mazda 6 battery, $77.56 for a headlight housing for that Mazda 6, $52.49 for new headlights for that car, $119.38 for ball joints on our Camry, $18 for oil, $52.65 for the TSX's thermostat, $74.85 for coolant, oil, and a pan, $345.05 for an alternator for our Nissan Altima, $100 for cosmetic repairs, $80 for 2 sets of seat covers, one for the RDX and one for the TSX, our 2 Acuras, because for some reason those older Acuras, those leather seats just dry out and tear. $32.65 for the Mazda CX-5's oil and filter, and a tool, I think, for the filter. $74.38 for 2 oil and filters and something else. $275 for the sprayer, the vacuum, the batteries, and the rinseless wash, which was to help replace our near $250 a month car wash subscription. Our insurance is approximately $59 a car. At 15 cars, that's $885. Our bouncy tracker is $8 a car. 15 is $120. Our office and parking is $525 a month. Our cleaning and maintenance contractor is $1,500 for the month, so that brings our total expenses to $4,419.01. So if we take that off of here, minus 4419.01, that leaves us with a net profit for March of 2026 of $9,541.99. Now, full transparency, we reinvest a lot of those profits. So, for example, you know that we purchased, if you watched our previous episode, which I'll link here, a $2,500 Mitsubishi Mirage at auction. I'm not including that because we haven't built that car out. If you wanted to, you could subtract $3,500 off of this price because we bought the car with the taxes, title, prep, dock, all that stuff from auction. It was $3,042, and so far we've spent less than $400 on parts, but I know it's going to need tires, front tires soon, so that's $200. Then we did the oil, we did the transmission fluid service, we changed the filter and the gasket, stuff like that, and we're in the process of ordering headlights. So all in, you could earmark about $3,500 for that, which would bring our profit down to $6,000, but it's buying us another asset. I'm looking at just the 15 cars, the revenue that they generated minus the expenses for the business. The purchase of a new fleet vehicle or an acquisition is just reinvesting profits back into the business, so that's how I look at it. But all in all, I think that's a huge step up because if you think about it, if I take $9,541 and divide that by 13,651, that puts me at a near 70% profit margin. Now, if you followed our videos in the past, we actually used to be closer to a 40 to a 42.5% profit margin, and this is due to some of those changes that I've made in the business, like replacing our car wash subscription, bringing on a contractor to bake in the labor and maintenance cost of our vehicles minus the parts. So those decisions have literally shot our business up about 27.5%, which is dumbfounding. So if these are things that you're interested in learning really more step by step what we're doing, I am extending the founders tier for 1 week. So today is April 1st. This is the actual launch day of Fleet Freedom. Welcome. Thank you for sticking around. If you head over there between now and April 8th, so really April 7th at 12:59, April 8th is our first live call on there where I'm going to be answering direct questions from our guests. Up until April 7th, 11:59 p.m., you can still lock in the lifetime rate of $49 a month. After that, if you go to log in April 8th, it is officially jumping to $79, and it's never going to go back to $49. That much I guarantee. So head over, you'll be able to see all sorts of cool stuff in there. I have templates, I have SOPs, I'm working on getting the tracker in there. Once that's finished, I have a great designer and coder who's building a sheet with an app sheet and all this. So we're going to have dashboards for contractors and us. We're building some cool stuff in there that we're using for our business. So we're in that transitionary period and we're launching the course. I am so excited about it. The reason we're launching it now is because we hit the 1,000 subscribers. I'm a man of my word. I promised when we hit 1,000 we'd get there. And I can't thank you enough for supporting and helping me grow this channel. Don't worry, there's still going to be tons and tons and tons of free value that's here. But if you're looking for access to me directly, and if you're looking for more of the templates and SOPs and all of that stuff and more step-by-step and being in a community with other people to help each other, I think it's going to be an incredible value in your life. And I'll see you on the inside. But anyway, thank you so much, everybody. Click the link in the description. That'll take you over to Fleet Freedom. Otherwise, don't forget to like the video, comment down below, let me know where you're at in your journey, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody.